You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television.
Welcome back to the desk. It's a new season, and we got many moves happening in the NBA. Here to talk all things basketball is Bijan, Pulley, Brian Montiel, JJ Woodards, and Rico Alcazar. Guys, the New York Knicks landed a blockbuster trade. They got Karl Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bijan, who does this trade benefit more?
I got to go with the Timberwolves just to give them more cap space flexibility. If the Wolves didn't make this trade, they would have been paying Anthony Edwards, Cat, and Rudy Gobert on all Supermax contracts. They were going to be a second apron team. If you know the second apron, that means they would have little to no flexibility, either to make trades to improve the roster, and they couldn't re-sign Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, both high-level role players. Now they divide Cat's big contract into two smaller contracts, and while still getting two good players in Julius Randle and DiVincenzo. With Randle having a player option after the season, his contract is only really a one-year deal, so they can just let him walk if things don't work out. And DiVincenzo, he's under contract for the next couple of seasons, only making $11 to $12 million. And the Wolves now will have cap space to re-sign those high-level role players in Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker while keeping their championship window open longer.
Yeah, Rico?
Building off Bijan's answer, I also said that this trade will benefit the Timberwolves most, mainly because it will help Reid's growth. Reid, when he was with Ant and Gobert, he averaged 20 points per game per 36 minutes. That shows that he's more versatile than Karl Anthony Towns. That's the same amount of points that he did with that big three. And also, Reid, he's younger. He's 25 years old. He won Sixth Man of the Year. He's someone that provides better rebounding, attack off the dribble. He can play 3 to 5. So if you argue, what does that mean with Julius Randle? How's his spacing going to work? Well, Julius Randle also spaces the floor more than Karl Anthony Towns. So now you got Reid, who can space the floor more with 41% from 3. This is a guy that provides you with more spacing. You can be bigger because Minnesota, they love going big.
Yeah, the two gentlemen said the Karl Anthony Towns will benefit from the Timberwolves trade. Brian, who do you think this benefits more?
I personally think this benefits the New York Knicks because without this trade, I don't think they'll have a chance to win a championship. With this trade, it opens up their window. I think it's the beginning of the start of their window. Arguably last season, without the injuries, they would be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And now they add Cat, they're going to bring them to the next level. And they have big championship aspirations now in New York. They have a good roster, and it's sad to say it's on my side of the conference, but they're real big contenders this year.
Yeah, JJ?
I went with the Knicks too. They just match up well with Boston. Boston was the world champs last year. They're the team that you got to beat in the East, and they match up well with them. You got Cat now; he matches up with Porzingis. You got wing defenders in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and you got your superstar Jalen Brunson. They just match up well with the defending champs.
Yeah, it's a nice even 50-50 split
It's just
here.
sad that
two people said Timberwolves, and then the other two people said the Knicks. Oh. But we got so many familiar faces going to different places. JJ, I'll start it off with you here. Who do you think had the biggest splash in free agency this year?
It's OKC getting Isaiah Hartenstein. This is a team that needed rebounding big. They was bottom 5 in rebounding last year. Isaiah Hartenstein gives them that. He averaged over 7 points a game, over 8 rebounds a game. He gives them that size that they need coming off the bench.
Yeah, Brian?
I'm very biased. I'm going with Paul George to the 76ers.
Yeah.
I got to do it. He's one of my favorite players, first of all. Last year, averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's a two-way player that we definitely need. He's the missing piece. In Philadelphia, we got a big 3.
You keep believing.
I didn't say Kelly Oubre.
You just keep believing.
Kelly Oubre, he took a contract.
I'm going to talk about Kelly Oubre, too.
I like you supporting your Philly.
That's what I'm saying.
Team.
Come on.
Until they go burning down.
It's
in the second round.
Until they go burning down.
Nah, we win a chip this year for sure. Come on.
Yeah, Bijan?
Philly winning the chip is crazy.
Yes, sir.
We'll see about that.
Bijan?
What team? For me, I have to go with Klay to the Mavericks. After the finals, it was clear the Mavericks needed guys who can make above-the-break shots from deep. And they signed arguably the second-greatest shooter of all time. That's going to fill that need pretty well. In the finals, the Celtics were helping aggressively on Luka and Kyrie's drives, leaving P.J. Washington, Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green, and Dante Exum open on above-the-break shots, and they kept missing those shots. But if a team leaves Klay open, he will make them pay, for sure. Since coming back from his leg injuries, Klay has shot 39.7% from deep on 9.7 attempts per game. While Klay is clearly not the same defender he was pre-leg injuries, the Mavs have the defensive infrastructure to mask his defensive limitations.
Yeah. The Splash Brothers are no longer in Golden State anymore. They split up. Rico, finish us off here.
Well, I called it last May. I said, Suns, they need a point guard. I said, you know what? Sign me. I'll play for free. Well, they finally got it. Tyus Jones. He's on the Phoenix Suns. We finally got a point guard. He averaged 12 and 7 with 1 turnover per game. This is the perfect fit next to the big three. You got a starting point guard. The big three can finally relax. Bradley Beal said, the vibes are back. They finally have a point guard. He's not playing that role of playing point guard. So now the Phoenix Suns got Tyus Jones, someone that can come off the bench or even start, which they are starting him. And he's someone that will help the big three right from the beginning.
It's unbelievable that you have a Tyus Jones jersey.
Yeah.
Like, that's just unreal.
Shout out DHgate.
There's no way you just bought that. There's no way.
I'm assuming he bought that.
Yeah, but we got a lot of younger players flying under the radar. Brian, who is an underrated rookie on your radar?
All right. This is going to be my second answer, but it's going to be a Sixers player. Jared McCain, he's a great rookie. I think he's one of the most NBA-ready rookies in the league because he's a shooter. If you're a shooter, you can make it in this league. He averaged 14 points in college, 41% from the line. He tied Zion's most points by a Duke player with 35 points, hitting 8 threes that game. We need threes. We know Embiid needs shooters, and I think he's a perfect fit for Philly.
Yeah, if you want to do TikToks.
Nah, chill.
Come on.
He's a hooper.
Kelly Oubre, that's a perfect dancing duo.
The 2 perfect light skins.
Oh, Bijan. Rico?
Well, I'm also going Homer. I pick Oso Ighodaro, the second-round pick from the Phoenix Suns. Oso Ighodaro, he's a playmaking 5. He provides them with more versatile center backup positioning. Right now, we got Mason Plumlee, who's the second string center for them. But Mason Plumlee is not really that good. His first 2 preseason games, he kind of looked lost on offense. But Oso Ighodaro, in those 2 preseason games, he shined. He's someone that can provide playmaking. He can provide a lob threat. He's someone that can take the ball out of the hands of the big three as well. And in the big three, they love playing with him. They love advocating for Oso Ighodaro. So Oso Ighodaro is my pick.
Wow.
G League player.
I know. Wow. just wow.
G League player.
Second rounder.
Wow. Oso Ighodaro played at Marquette. Tyler Kolek, second rounder. They looked amazing in college. But now
They both about to be in the G. They might.
Tyler Kolek's not going to be in the G.
Yeah, neither is Oso. That's a little disrespectful.
Come on.
I think the G League too.
Bijan, who's your rookie under the radar?
I'm going to stick with the trend. I'm going with the Homer pick, Dalton Knecht. Most people don't know who he was because he was an older prospect and doesn't have the flashiest game. But Knecht is a lethal shooter. In his last 2 seasons in college, he averaged 21 points, shooting 46.7% from the field and 39% from deep on 6 attempts per game. The good thing with Knecht being an older rookie, I believe he's going to be part of this rotation quickly and be a big contributor. He's not just an elite shooter off the catch, but also on the move. And you can always use that in today's NBA. And you had a skill set in the offense with LeBron and AD, who will generate easy looks for him just off their offensive gravity. Knecht will take the Lakers' offense to the next level, and don't be surprised if he's in the conversation to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's definitely someone to keep an eye out for.
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah,
JJ.
I'm staying on that.
Well, it looks like I got to stick with the homers too. I went with Khalil Ware. Now, this is a guy, when we drafted him, I didn't think nothing of him. I was like, I don't know about this kid. But ever since I've been watching the Summer League in preseason, I keep getting more and more interested in what he's doing. He averaged 20 and 10 last year in college at Indiana, shot 42% from the three-point range. That's what the Heat really needs, is a stretch big out there that can also block shots. And I think he's really going to win Rookie of the Year this year.
Yeah, gentlemen, it wouldn't be an NBA block without way too early championship picks.
wouldn't be.
It's not even the season yet, and we're already talking about it. Bijan, who do you think will win the NBA championship this year?
I got to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Last season, they were the first seed in the West and were top 4 in both defensive rating and offensive rating, but they had some big weaknesses, being rebounding, size, and Josh Giddey. And they traded Josh Giddey for one of the best role players in the league, and Alex Caruso, without trading any picks, and they solved the rebounding and size problem by signing Isaiah Hartenstein that we mentioned earlier. Shea, Chet, J-Dub are only going to get better, and they still have Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe coming off the bench. They arguably have the best 8-man rotation in the league, and they all complement each other's skill sets of the players in that rotation. With how good this team is, and there hasn't been a repeat champion in 6 years, I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, JJ.
Go New York, go New York, go. I'm going to go with the New York Knicks. Now, look, y'all all might be booing and all that, but you just see what they got. Yeah. They just signed Mikal Bridges this season. They got OG Anunoby back. They got Jalen Brunson back, and now they have Karl Anthony Towns. They match up well, like I said in the first question. They match up well with the Boston Celtics. They can beat the 76ers. We're not worried about the Bucks. They can beat all those top teams that are in the East. They're top contenders. They're gonna win the Super. They're gonna. I said Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
He almost said the
I
Super
said Super
Bowl.
Bowl. They're gonna win the NBA championship this year.
Yo, JJ, we're talking about championship, not in-season tournament.
Yeah, shout out to our friend Andrew Ballestero. Who was
Yeah, shout out Badly.
Go New York, go New York, go. Ryan, I have a feeling who you're going to pick, but who do you think will win the NBA championship?
By no surprise, the Philadelphia 76ers
What a shocker.
are going to win the NBA championship this year. I don't know why I was so low on them. I really don't.
I'm going to believe it when I see it.
Oh, you're going to see it because we got a big three, finally. Embiid is going to win the MVP this season. Like, he was supposed to win it last year without that game
He's
thing.
getting 65 games this year?
Yes, he is going to get 60.
You know that's not.
He might not.
You know that's
he
not.
might not. But playoff P, he's going to be good this time. Maxi's going to be all NBA. I love our roster. We got Eric Gordon, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, the best rebounder of all time, Reggie Jackson, Ricky Council, the guy that dunked on LeBron, Kyle Lowry, and they're just all dogs. Like, I'm just excited for this team. This is like the most excited I've been for my team in like years. So
Don't worry. In May, he'll bring. Brian will be back on the desk talking about
how we should
have did this and this and this and.
I'll bring the trophy.
You're gonna be sad.
I'm gonna bring the trophy.
You're gonna be sad.
He's going to be like, why isn't Embiid hurt already?
We're winning.
Rico, finish us out here.
It wouldn't be me without going homer. So the Phoenix Suns, come on, we're bringing home this NBA championship. We didn't do it for Utah Watanabe last year, and I'm sad about that. We couldn't bring him a ring, but now Utah, he's out. He's in Japan. That kind of sucks.
It does.
But Phoenix Suns, Budenholzer, he broke my heart in 2021 as he beat us with the Bucks. But Budenholzer, he's the hometown head coach. He's going to lead us to a championship. He will.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
It's not gonna Coop. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Coop, it's really not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Devin Booker is not gonna show up. Bradley Beal's definitely not gonna show up. And the only thing KD needs to show up with is a bush. So it's just not happening.
How isn't?
It's not happening. Y'all don't have a bench. Y'all like
We don't have a
sixth
bench.
seed in the West.
Okay,
Y'all
how are
the
your Heat
sixth seed
doing?
in the West.
How are your Miami Heat doing?
We're better than y'all.
Let's
They
save that
signed
for
Alec
another.
We are better than
Let's
you.
save that for
Alec
another
Burks.
vlog. Let's save it for
Better
another
than
vlog.
you.
All right,
You're better than
gentlemen.
y'all.
All right, gentlemen.
Let's
Let's simmer down
Wait,
here.
Coop, who's your pick?
Y'all are getting like 45. Y'all are
I'm
getting like
gonna
45
go
wins
with
this
I'm
year.
gonna go with the Brooklyn Nets.
What? Okay.
Anyway,
end the
let's
block.
end
End the block.
this
Please
block
end the block.
here. Don't forget to
Please end the
follow us
block.
at SportsDeskWP for updates and more. Thank you to all the cast and crew, and a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clarke. From Studio B in Hamilton Hall, and from everyone here at the desk, I'm Tyler Cooper saying so long. See you on October 25th on WPTV.
Brooklyn Nets.
Utah Watanabe.